The hot market is still hot. We'll take a look at the latest update and market numbers coming up next. Hey, what's going on, friends? Dylan Nanaka here with the Buy Big Island market update for April. And as we've been seeing, the market numbers have been crazy. Nothing has changed. And they're even going to look worse now because we are now comparing the numbers to April of last year, which obviously things started to slow down. They weren't totally slow in April of last year yet, but they started to slow down because, as we know, the world kind of stopped in March when the pandemic started. So we'll jump in here to the numbers and take a look, but I'm also going to reference last month's numbers to kind of give you some perspective on what the market is doing, because as we compare the numbers from a year ago to this year, across the board, obviously humongous increases, right? In terms of current units, you got 76 homes, which is a 124% increase. You got 84 condos, which is a 282% increase. You got 32 pieces of land, which is a ton for the Kona market, at 220% increase. And then dollar volume and median price up across the board. Average days on market continue to fall on the homes market, but actually jumped up a little bit for condos and land. And then final list of sold price. There was some outliers that sold that drug this number down, but we're seeing this is kind of a more representative number of 98% condo list of sold price. And we're seeing that in the primary home market also. You got some of those high-end properties that do have some concessions on them, but for the most part, properties that are priced properly are definitely selling at or above ask price. But if we look at the numbers from last month versus this month, so even in the homes market last month, there were 72 homes that sold last month. So that is, we're even up versus last month in terms of the current units that are selling. Last month for condos, there was 83 condos that sold. So we're up one condo. So we're still stronger this month in April than we were the month previous. And then with land, there was 20 pieces of land that sold. So way up versus last month, but land is kind of always all over the place. But definitely still stronger. I mean, obviously way stronger than last year, but still stronger than last month. And so we'll look at the island in general right now and see if the trend is similar. And pretty much it is across the board, right? A 60% increase in the number of homes that sold, a 247% increase in the number of condos that sold, and a 167% increase in the number of pieces of land that sold. Everything else across the board, average days on market continue to fall on the house side. And then again, final list of sold price, low 90s for the houses, high 90s, almost 100% for condos, and then low 90s for land. But if we look at just last month, also in this context, last month, there were actually more homes that sold last month than this month. That's mostly because of the constraint on inventory right now. So at some point, the units are going to have to start to fall because there's just not that many homes on the market. And so last month, there was a extreme high of 320 homes that sold across the island. This month, only 287. But on the condo market, it continued to get stronger. So last month, there was 137 condos that sold. This month, it's 149. And then on the land side, there was 297 condos or pieces of land that sold last month, and then 347 this month. So everything's still strong. We're still outpacing the month prior, crushing the numbers from last year. Obviously, that's going to continue. We're going to continue to see that over the next coming months because things got slower as we got into the summer and the numbers went way down. But as I've been adding into these updates, on the next slide, this is the one that tells the real story about the market that we're in, right? April of last year, there were 3,420 active pieces of property on the market. This month, in April, there were 1,562. So less than half from a year ago in terms of active listings. And this is every single active listing on the island, right? So every single little piece of land in Ocean View, South Hilo, 1,000 of these are probably vacant pieces of land that are on the market all the time. And so they're really like 500 homes or condos that are on the market. So it's an extremely small amount of inventory. And then if you look here in how many escrows that we have, a year ago, there were 700 properties in escrow during the month of April. This month, there are 1,614 properties in escrow. This is crazy, right? Almost 3 times as many homes are in escrow as there were a year ago, and there are more in escrow than there are active listings. You saw this last month too. It continues to happen. There is like no inventory, zero inventory in terms of having stuff in the pipeline. So that's what's definitely driving all the craziness. We continue to see it all the time. You know, new houses come on the market. There are 25 people there the first day and multiple offers in the first like 48 hours. So when you see a property take a week to sell, that's normally not because it took a week to sell. They had offers day 1 and 2, but it takes some time to negotiate a contract back and forth, get everybody's highest and best, and then finally get it under contract. And that's when they mark it under contract and it shows as contingent on the websites and MLS and other places that you're looking. So market is still bananas right now. As I keep saying, it's a great time to sell. If you have a place to go, hit us up, let us know. You can definitely put yourself in the best position possible right now if you were looking to sell your house. Even if you're looking to sell it in 6 months or a year from now, who knows what the market's going to look like, if things are going to change. But I would not want to miss this market that we're in right now if you are a seller. So think about it. And as always, if you have any questions, you can put them in the comments or hit me up at dylan@buybigisland.com. Appreciate you guys for liking the video, subscribing to the YouTube channel. We hit 700 subscribers last week. Super awesome. It continues to grow quickly, and I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys next month with the market update and next week with the vlog. Aloha.